Welcome to the Hellbrook Trail. A lot of people consider this one of the hardest trails in all of Vermont. Not in terms of stamina or anything like that, because it's actually pretty short. It's less than 2 miles, but it goes pretty much straight up Mount Mansfield. Like, it's pretty steep and there's scrambly sections. So the trail starts out gentle enough like this. This is what it's like at the bottom. But I think we're in for a big change. Let's keep going. Just a few minutes in to the hike, we get to the first of what I expect to be a lot of scrambly sections. So, as you can see, I'm using my hands to get up this. It's not that difficult, and it's not a large exposure or anything like that, but you know, it's scrambly. It's not just walking. So this section here gives a good idea of the character of the bottom section of this trail. It's a pretty steep incline, but it's not quite the scrambly section that, that we had down at the bottom, or that I expect to see up at the top. Okay, this section's really cool. I love the rocky overhang and sort of semi-cave type atmosphere here. This is really cool. Okay, onward. So roughly halfway up the trail, here we are at another pretty steep step right here. This is steeper than most sections of the trail, but it's a pretty technical little step. I think there is a way around, but anyway, it's a challenging little step right here. Woo, that was fun. Okay, looks like we're here at the junction with the Hellbrook cutoff trail. The sign's right there, and the trail goes off that way. It kind of skirts a contour in this direction, but we're going straight up this way. This section of the trail is pretty typical of the upper half. It's pretty steep. Like, this trail really doesn't mess around. It's not that technically difficult, but as you can see, I'm using my hands too. It's a bit of a scramble. And for that reason too, I decided to leave my dog at home. I love hiking with my dog, Bear, but I think it's a little bit too steep and I just don't want to hurt him. So yeah, this is kind of to give you an idea of what the nature of the upper part of this trail looks like so far. We're not quite at the summit area yet, and I suspect it's going to get a lot more rocky up there. Got to be careful. Some of these parts are kind of slippery. Oh, I love how the view opens up near the top. Look at that. You can feel that we're getting close to the top. Only as we approach the summit does the trail finally ease up a little bit. And this is the way up Adam's Apple. That's what we're headed. Just 0.1 miles. We can handle that, right? No problem. All right, so here we are on the Adam's Apple of Mount Mansfield. This is a false summit or a northern sub-peak or whatever you want to call it of Mount Mansfield. It is spectacular. Below me there, you have a great view into the gorge that we just climbed out of. That's Smuggler's Notch. That's where Route 108 goes through. And the trail just goes pretty much straight up. Now we still have to get to the true summit, which is behind us. Let me show you. All right, so here we are. This is the summit of Mount Mansfield. This is the very top, and it also happens to be the very top of the state of Vermont. This is the highest point in the entire state. There are 5 peaks above 4,000 feet, and this is the highest one. So, great hike, very steep, doesn't mess around, and very rewarding. So I highly recommend it. I wouldn't be concerned about fears of heights or anything like that, but if you're not in the best shape, I would maybe train for this. I wouldn't recommend dogs, like I said before, but otherwise go for it. It's awesome.